Rock police officers on paid administrative leave this morning after an in-custody death. As Fox 16's Susan L. Corey explains, it happened when officers responded to a domestic call around 4 yesterday afternoon on North Tyler Street.
Block streets and dozens of investigators, far from the site Garrett Benson is used to in his Hillcrest neighborhood.
And you realize that a lot of things can happen closer to home.
This home off North Tyler Street is where Little Rock police say a domestic call turned deadly when a 37-year-old man died while in custody.
Officers could tell that the subject was high off narcotics. He was acting erratic.
According to police, the man was not in handcuffs. Officers were questioning him and a woman at the home while waiting for an ambulance to treat him when they say the man took off running.
When we caught him and held him down, that's when he was in our custody, and that's when he died. They were just holding him down by their hands.
Police say that happened in this alley when officers had the man on the ground, and at some point he stopped breathing. That's leaving neighbors like Benson wanting to know more.
There's a lot of things that go on with the police officers day in and day out.
And hoping the flashing lights won't have to come back to his neighborhood.
And that was Susan L. Corey reporting. Little Rock police have not said how many officers were involved, but the officers who are involved will remain on paid administrative leave until this investigation is over.
Anything that you want to say?
No comment right now.
Is there anything that you can say?
Exclusive video shot by Fox 16 at the Pulaski County Jail as boxer Jermaine Taylor bonded out of jail last night. It was hours after he pleaded not guilty to domestic battery and aggravated assault. Taylor was arrested Wednesday afternoon after a woman says he hit her and threatened to kill her. Now, we first told you about Jermaine Taylor bonding out on our Fox 16 app. If you haven't downloaded it yet, grab your phone, do it right now. We'll send you the latest news on both local and national, as well as breaking, and it's free for Apple and Android.
I've been run over. 72, I need ma'am.
Newly released radio calls from the night a Little Rock police officer was run over by a shoplifting suspect at the promenade at Chenal. On the tapes, you can hear Officer Scott Detmer call for help after he was hit by the car August 21st. He originally responded to a shoplifting call. The suspect, Raquel Brown, ran away. He hopped in her car, and as she took off, police say she hit Detmer.
72 real quick. Her name is Raquel. Anybody familiar with the black female that does the B&Es out here? It's Raquel.
We've got the crime scene. We're taping it off right now. A piece of the windshield's on the ground here, starting at the parking spot where the suspect left.
Brown surrendered the day after the hit and run. This morning, she remains in Pulaski County Jail, charged with battery, fleeing, and theft. The Yale County Sheriff's Office is cracking down on major drug crimes. The department has recently changed enforcement tactics, focusing their time on bigger dealers. The sheriff says the success comes from two things: the Yale County Quorum Court appropriating more money to the department and having more manpower available.
When you can cut the supply off, it naturally will greatly decrease the amount of drugs that are out here on the street.
He says they even have been able to work some undercover drug cases. They have seen a decrease in other crimes that come along with drug use, too.
This morning, we're still waiting on autopsy results to find the cause of death of 5 inmates who died over 4 days at the Varner Supermax. 34-year-old Edward Morris is one of those inmates. He was found dead in his cell. His family tells us they've heard he could have overdosed on synthetic marijuana known as K2 or Spice. Edwards' family members say they won't rest until they know what happened.
It's devastating. It's like we can't even grieve properly because we don't know, all the events around his death. I mean, we should know what happened.
The ADC director says K2 is being smuggled into prison in different ways, and we won't know for sure if that was the cause of death until the autopsies are complete. Teammates of Central Arkansas Baptist College wrestling member Joquan Richardson are planning a memorial and balloon release for him. The 24-year-old died Wednesday morning. Conway police have not released the cause of death. Teammates describe him as a quiet person but intense on the wrestling mat. This morning, 4 men and a woman are facing charges for a Memphis carjacking that ended with a police chase in Hazen. Police say after stealing a car from a victim at gunpoint, the group led officers on a chase and then bailed when they got to a neighborhood in Hazen. Now, one of the men tried to hitch a ride with his